is up, everyone? Man, it's hot. That heat and that light is a ton of energy coming in, and we are feeling it for sure. We just had Father's Day, and it was much cooler, and you could see life and the fathers and the ancestors were with us, cooling things off for us to have a beautiful couple days there over the weekend. And then it's all right, time to get back to work, time to get cooking, literally. So here they are throwing the energy at us again. So yeah, just looking out, man, it's a crystal clear blue sky. Sun is shining down strong. Feels good. We got through the moon cycle there, and now we're on to a new moon cycle. So like I said before, is the first 2 weeks of a new moon cycle. First 2 weeks of a new moon cycle will basically be new information and new energy coming in for whatever is pertaining to that moon cycle. And the final 2 weeks are like a release, like a purging of anything that needs to be coming out based on that moon cycle. So right now we're in the first 2 weeks of the new moon cycle, which will be in July. We'll climax in July. So a lot of new information and energy is coming in right now. Essentially, we're on that rise up where you start the ride. Again, each moon cycle is like that. It's like you pulled into the station at the end of the old one, and now you're going to take your rise up and start your ascension. And then you hit like the half moon phase, and then you start your drop. And as you start your drop, it really picks up. And you really pick up during the full moon, is like full speed ahead. And then all of a sudden, you're into the station again for a moment before the next moon and the ascension again. So there's a feeling of tiredness. There's a feeling of heaviness, a bit of exhaustion. There's optimism thrown into the mix of that. And our belief, right? It's what keeps us going. What keeps us going is our optimism and our belief in a better future, a better tomorrow, a better today, a better now. In a healthier tomorrow, future, now. Me. A better me. A better you. A better us. This is what keeps us going, keeps us moving, is this feeling of we're not done yet. We are not where we need to be. None of us are where we need to be in order for us to just kick back and relax. So we keep going and we keep going and we keep going. And what happens is we get tired, you know? We expend a lot of energy when you go and go and go. And all of a sudden you have these days like today where life is saying, relax, take a break. And the energy is very heavy to make it so if you are trying to go against that, it feels a little bit uncomfortable, or you're having a stressful day today, right? Otherwise, it's like this is the day where you just need to literally lay in the sun and just let the sun soak in on you. Taking that energy that we need to help us heal, help us recuperate, and re-enliven our bodies and ourselves. in ourselves. So let's say our thanks today. Let's say thank you for our lives. Thank you for waking us up. Thank you for our time together. Thank you for the beautiful weather. Thank you for the sunshine. Thank you for our medicine. Thank you for continuing to lead us in the right direction. Thank you for continuing to never give up on us. Thank you for continuing to allow things to unfold the way that they're supposed to, so that we can continue to unfold the way that we are supposed to. Thank you for having patience with us. Thank you for teaching us. Thank you for understanding us, so that you can help us move forward. Thank you. So, today is June 19th. So 619 would be the numbers. So whenever you have 6 and 9, that is a balance. It's the yin and the yang. Okay? And then 1 in the middle is the plan. Okay, it's the mind. So we have a balanced mind today, a balanced plan today. Everything in the last few days kind of, it was what it was. It was beautiful, right? But it was what it was. It was like a different part of the energy, a different part of the ride. And here today, everything's in a balanced state. So that's good. It's a good thing. We all made it here today, huh? Yeah, we're not guaranteed, none of us are guaranteed to make it to any day. So we all made it here today. Another thing, you know, guys, is it's like when you're in school and you graduate with your class, right? Well, the thing is that we are all a class. Everyone that makes it to each new day is part of the class. Okay, so we're, and it's like we're all gonna eventually have our class that, so to speak, that we retire with, or that we move on with. And that we also had a class that we come in with, okay? It's really an interesting thing. The big part of my dream in all of this is that there doesn't need to be a retirement. Okay? You know, I had a feeling the other day, and it kind of like felt like what I've always felt like, and it kind of was like speaking to me, and it was like this. It was like the creator of all of this is like me and you. We're creators, okay? And so when we create something, we care for it, and we love it, and we appreciate it, and we always want it. So there'd be nothing in your being that would say, hey, I want to spend a lot of time and a lot of effort creating something very special to me, and then in a few years I'd like for it to leave me and go away, right? Nobody wants that. Nobody would even think that. We would say we want to create things to continue to add to our life and ourselves, that we always want to be there. What we found ourselves in is this world where we have accepted that at a certain time people just leave and they go, and you can never come back. And it breaks every one of our hearts every time it happens, but none of us want to sit here and say, why? And is there another way? Is this the only way? Is this how it's supposed to be? And I guess I've asked myself those questions, and in my heart what I feel is, no, it's not the way it's supposed to be. Okay? We were all very carefully crafted, and what life wants is for all of us to continue to survive and live, not have to go through a process of death and then hopeful rebirth. No, if we've already made it here, we're here. The work has been achieved, okay? And so what really we want to do is ask ourselves, why are we dying? Okay? Why are we dying? And what can we do about that? What can we do to change the world that we live in to where when we're born, that's it. Then you live, right? You can go where you please, do as you please, be as you please, for as long as you please, rest as you please, okay? But there's no need to have to die and go away, especially in very traumatic ways and awful ways, right? That means that we haven't learned something as a people. If we're still tripping over ourselves and falling, that means we're not aware, we're not focused. That means we're not playing the game correctly yet. And if we're not playing the game correctly yet, then we're not really doing anything correctly yet, because there's literally a whole way of living that we haven't understood yet and don't understand. And what we do is we allow ourselves and our body to decay and deteriorate. And what's going to happen inevitably when you let that happen, your body will die. Life wants a healthy vessel for it to be in. That's why it created you. It doesn't want an unhealthy vessel, but that's what we do to ourselves over time of our lives, is we make ourselves unhealthy and unfit to be in. So life says, bye-bye, I'm out. Plenty of other places for me to be. They're just waiting for somebody to say enough. And here we are, looking at one right now, on the path to doing that, right? And finally, somebody, and they're saying, hey, here he is. Here's somebody who's gonna do it. He's got the light literally shining down on him, shining within him, and shining out of him. So much so that there is no need for him to die. There's no need for him to have to move on. He can move on if he so chooses. But he's not choosing that. His dream is bigger than that. His dream is deeper than that, farther than that, grander than that, larger than that. He's not settling for death. He's not settling at all. He's believing in life. Now, when you start your work into yourself, what it really comes down to, over and over and over again, no matter where you are or what you're doing, the message you keep getting that hits you over and over and over again is, do you want to live or do you want to die? And then also it's just life screaming at you, stop choosing death, stop dying, stop feeling like you want to die. Okay? All you need to do is let go of the idea of, I'm on this path to death, and accepting that, and get on this mindset of, man, I've got a whole fuck of a lot of work to do if I want to live, but that is what I want to do because I'm already here. I don't want to have to go through the process of dying, and then, like I said, hopefully life giving you the opportunity at some point, maybe, to live again. And guess what? You're going to be born into another family, as another baby, with a whole new life and a whole new set of problems, and a whole bunch of things that you don't understand because you didn't figure it out in this life, and you're going to have those ingrained within you, and you're going to sit there and say, why do I feel this way? Why do I want to do this and join this and sign up for this and stick this in my arm? And why do I want to do all these things? Well, because I didn't want to live before, so I wanted to die, so now I'm reliving my death process again, and here we are once again, and maybe you're not going to have someone like me in that life telling you what's up, right? So it might be a little more difficult. So what I would suggest is that we all get on the path of living and life and speaking to life right now. Maybe when this video is over, or right now, if you feel like, shit, I need to do this now. And just look up and say, hey, I actually don't want to die and I want to live. Please help me do that. And how can I do that? Oh, and I'm sorry. Thank you. Right? And then life's going to come in and give you a big hug and say, I love you. Thank you, child. Thank you, my son or my daughter, for wising up and choosing life. And now we can start our work together, because now the work begins once you choose life. That's why it's one of the reasons people don't want to do it, because it requires a lot of work. The path to death doesn't require work at all. It just happens, right? You just let yourself go and you die. Path to life requires work constantly. Conscious work, conscious understanding of who you are and where you are, what the fuck we're doing right now, and the words that are coming out of my mouth. for you to understand that for your essentially for your conscience to wire itself in a way to where it is off the path of dying and it is now on the path to rising and living. Okay, you cannot leave here by dying. You can only leave here by flying. Okay, when you die, you cycle right back in, and you're here again to suffer and to have to ask yourself these same questions and to hopefully find the same answers that you're getting right now. Okay. So, like I said, we just went through a moon phase. The next moon phase is on July 13th. Or, I'm sorry, the next full moon is on July 13th. It is hot, guys. Another thing, as we do, right? We put ourselves inside and we shut the blinds down and we turn on the air conditioner, right? What are you doing? You're just cutting yourself off from nature. Doesn't matter if it's hot or cold, if it's raining out, it doesn't matter, guys. Got to be outside, got to be in tune, picking up on the energy as much as you possibly can. Now, we're not trying to cook ourselves, but get out, feel the heat. Let it make your body sweat a little bit, okay? That means it's working. It's doing something. Your body's picking up on it and your cells are feeling it. Okay, so hey, I love breaking a sweat. Lets me know I'm alive, and it's refreshing. Okay, later on we can go in and take a shower and feel nice and cool and relaxed. Okay, but during these nice beautiful days, let's get out and get hot and feel that heat. So July 13th, next full moon, they call this the buck moon, and I also found that they call this the thunder moon. All right, both masculine energies. Okay, and we just come off Father's Day, masculine energy. This energy you're feeling right now, the sun, is a masculine energy. So we're in a very, very masculine dominated energy right now. And I'll explain the difference. It's very, very easy to understand. Just like your mom and your dad. When you're with your dad, you get put to work, right? When you're with your mom, it's more like, not necessarily just fun time, but it's more like, it's family time, you know what I mean? It's loving time. It's like cuddling time, right? It's watching a movie time. But sometimes, most of the time, like with dad, it's like we're busy. We're gonna do something. We're gonna go on an adventure. We're gonna go do some work. We're gonna get our hands dirty, right? So masculine energy is times where we can feel that life is calling and needing for us to get up and get moving. We need to take action right now. Okay? If you're sitting around doing nothing right now, you're feeling like shit. Trust me. But if you're out listening to your heart, listening to your body, and doing what needs to be done, that's the energy we're in right now. It's asking of you. It's asking of you to be present, to be strong, to be aware, and to do the work that is needed of you. This is giving help to others, giving help to yourself, doing the work that you need to for your family and for your health and for the planet. Okay, right now. The feminine energy is like a softer energy. It's very emotion-based, okay? It's how are we feeling, and we're working through emotions. You can go back to May, Mother's Day, right? You can feel it now, the difference between now and May, okay? May was all up in our feelings, okay? It was all emotion. It was the Mother's Day. It was a feminine energy, and now we're in a masculine energy where we're not about that. It's about we're right here focused on a mission right now, and it's about listening to yourself so you can accomplish that mission, right? Like I said, then we're moving into July. This is my favorite month because it's the month of the philosopher. So next month we get through the month of the feminine and the mother and the emotion. We get through the month of the masculine, the father, and the action taking, and then we get to move into the month of the philosopher, which is the magic time, right? This is like Merlin's land, right? The magician, okay? This is the wizard's land, right? So we move into this month where our minds are really going to be expanded to the depths, extreme depths of its existence, of its possibility, the farthest reaches that it can get to. And with, again, the help of the sun, because we're going to be even cooking even more in July, right? With all of the heat and all of the energy and the force of the philosopher that will be mixed in there, it's gonna have this feeling of like being in a dream, really being in this fantastical type dream, guys. And again, I said it last time I talked. If we're going through these times and you're not with it, you're going to feel like shit. Your body's going to be breaking down. You're going to be sick. You're going to be suffering. And you're really not going to know what's going on or feeling good about any of it. But if you are with it, you're going to be embracing all of this and in like a ride with your hands up and saying, I don't know exactly how this is going to feel, but I'm putting my hands up because this is amazing. And that's where we're at today. It's another one of those days. And moving forward into the month of July is going to be like that. Every day is going to be off the charts, wacky, crazy, high energy, thinking, crazy thoughts coming in. When you guys are dreaming at night, big thoughts coming in. This month, masculine, 6, right? For this moon phase right now, what you're going to be in is it's going to be your dreams, and a lot of your thoughts are going to be pushing towards what do I need to do? What is still left unresolved? Next month, though, it's going to be like things to like just question you, things just to quiz you on things, just to get you thinking and be like, wow, fuck, I haven't thought about that, or wow, that's really interesting. Let me think about that more, and get you on a path of really your mind cooking on thoughts outside of the box. So I'm looking forward to that. So we can look at the numbers, we can look at the moon phases, and we can look at the cycles we're in, guys, and really understand what it's all about and what we're supposed to be going through understanding. So that's what's coming up. And you know, what's coming up, what has been happening for a long time for me and my family, and I want to keep encouraging all you guys to do, is keep looking at the sky at night. Okay, there's a lot of activity that's going on, weird things. Don't just take my word for it or my videos. There's videos on my YouTube channel about it. But look for yourself, okay? Just sit out there for half an hour, and just find some place where you can actually get a good view of the stars. See a shooting star. See some moving stars, or satellites, if you want to call them that. Maybe some are, maybe some aren't. I'm not getting into it in this video, guys, but there's a lot of things that are thrown in the mix just to confuse us, right? Because they want things that look similar, so we just say, oh, they're all the same. Maybe some of us are that way. Anyways, but just use your eyeballs, guys, and look at the sky and just feel it. You don't have to try to think, ooh, what is that? What I want you to do when you see something is just feel what it is and just let it hit you with a feeling of, all it really is, though, is it's a feeling of, it's a confirmation feeling, confirming feeling of we're not alone, we are with many, and we are together, we are being watched, and it's a peaceful feeling, okay? If anyone wanted to cause harm, they would have been causing harm, okay? This isn't a harmful relationship that we're dealing with our ancestors. These are our ancestors that we're talking about, by the way, okay? These are the very conscious beings who, again, didn't need to die, who transcended death, and that are trying to teach us to do the same thing. So, this is who we're seeing in these craft, these stars that are moving. Another interesting thing I was going to mention the other day was, now think about wind, guys. What is wind? Well, where does it come from? So, if you've ever been walking down the road and you had a car drive by you, you get a force of a gust of wind, right? That's how wind's created. Well, how's it created? A force has to move by you. Think about it. So, we're living in a still world, but yet we've got wind everywhere. The idea, guys, is we're living in a world like the movie, like The Others, if you've ever seen that, where where two worlds believe they're living in a singular world, but really you're living together in the same world. You just can't see each other. Okay, these are our ancestors. So they're living in the same world with here with us, moving around us, and they come by on these giant craft, and we have these extremely windy days. Okay? It's them moving by us. Okay? Soon, guys, soon, we are going to start perceiving this other dimension, this other realm, world that you want to call it, the other world, right? We are going to start perceiving it. My job here is what I have been doing, and I am going to continue to do, is bringing the two worlds together. Bringing their world, I'm shrinking it. I'm bringing our world there into the future, and not their world into the past, just into the present. They don't have a time where they exist, so I'm bringing them into the present. We're all going to be together. Boom. That's a confirmation. When shit like that happens, okay? Life letting us know, the ancestors letting me know. Boom. Yes, we're almost there. So that's what this is all about, guys. It's about, again, getting off this path of this is all about me and what am I going to do today? Because it ain't going to matter for much longer. And you're going to feel like a selfish person when that time comes of knowing, hey, shit, I had a part to play here and I failed on that. But it's okay, because you'll have your time to figure it out, and we're all going to be here for you. Okay? But yeah, me and Sarah and Tyler, I think it was 2 nights ago, maybe it was last night, I don't even remember. Yeah, it was last night, I think. And we come out, we're unpacking a car, and I happen to say, look up, look up, look up. There was a gigantic shooting star, extremely low to the ground. It was green, and it broke into like several pieces very slowly. It was extremely slow moving. We watched it. We watched it break into several pieces in front of us and then drift away. So guys, lots of really cool things. Open your eyes and check it out. So play a little music just to, when we play music and we chant and do things like this, what it's doing to that other world is that's where they can hear it and they can pick up on it. And they say, hey, I'm feeling the energy, right? So let's bring them in a little bit. And then I got a reading that was actually for yesterday and I didn't get in, so I'll read that. And then we'll move on with our lives, guys, and continue on. So let's bring the ancestors in here a little bit stronger right now. All right. So it's about creating a pattern. When we create a pattern, life picks up on that pattern and life starts tuning into that pattern. And so if you're in tune with life, you start becoming in tune and hearing the pattern. You can you see the wind blowing on my hair now. Look at that. The wind chimes. As I say it. Boom. That's a confirmation, guys. Here we are. They're with us. We got the energy cooking here pretty good, guys. We got lots of energy, lots of eyes, lots of people with us here right now. So that's a beautiful thing, and happy to be with you guys. Happy you are here as well. So let's get this reading in here. Let's feel this one. Let's let it continue to lead us and unfold our story together so that we can keep moving on, guys. This one's called The Call, and I wrote it June 18th of 2020. Dreaming in between and seeing the unseen of all there is to see and all there is to be is all inside of me, just waiting for when we finally can see. For that is when I'll show the whole wide world which way to go, to continue on our show when all of us walk through the door. Seems like that's what I'm doing now. 2 years ago, and here we are, coming to light. When we all pass through the hall before the soon impending fall, so that we all may rise real tall when we all finally hear the call. Together we will fly up to the place so very high up that is deep within the sky of our opening third eye. Higher and higher the light turns to fire, and soon we all retire before everything turns dire. We lift off like rockets removed from our sockets and ascend into pockets of space to unlock us and free us to flee us from everything that blocks us. Nothing can stop us on our way to the top. Just hold on and have faith in all that's above us. The angels, they love us, and you know that is because they were once just like us, and they want to light us. So we are our brightest and become the lightest that we can be inside us. The time is upon us for me to be honest with all of you here. I've waited the longest for me to speak honest, and now I speak freely with patience and calmness. The time is coming soon for us to be returning home. That's why you haven't felt yourself, and you felt all alone. We've all been working here so long to heal ourselves and sing our songs, and now the time has finally come for all that is to be undone. For everything under the sun to finally all become one and rise together with the one that we originally all come from. For we're the daughters and the sons, and we are now the only ones who will wait the kingdom come, where we will be with everyone. The fun in the sun has only begun. For when we are one, the suffering's done, and then we become as free as the sun to enjoy life and live it with everyone. So, guys, when we're talking about this promised land, this kingdom come, right? The Eden, that is the place I'm bringing us to. I am the bridge that's bringing us to that middle ground. That place doesn't exist yet. It did before in the past. In the very long past ago, it did, and it was obliterated. And now there's been two sides. Okay? You're either dead in here, or you're living, kind of, in here. Right? But there's no paradise anymore. There's no eternal freedom in Eden. And I'm bringing us there. It has to take both of us to do that. So we can't have a family of death and a family of life and have a paradise. It doesn't work that way. We need a family of love. And then we have our paradise. We don't... What kind of a paradise is it where your fucking parents aren't there and they're dead? Okay, that's no paradise. What paradise is it where your children aren't there and they're dead? Okay? Where your brothers and sisters aren't there and they're dead. It's not a paradise, guys. We need all of us to be together. Okay? And that's what we're striving for, and that's what I'm striving for. And that's what we're all literally here in this life to do. What we're doing right now. And each one of you will wake up to that fact very, very soon. It's just go figure it out now as quickly as possible. Just start being honest with yourself and with your life. Okay? Bring your ancestors back here. Bring your parents back here. Bring your grandparents back here. Bring your brothers and sisters back here. Bring your friends back here. Bring them all back here. They're all waiting. They're not waiting. They're working their asses off too. But they're waiting for the day that we stop, because we are the ones living that have the opportunity to tangibly do something. And if we can do it, it helps them be able to do it. And we can all come together. Okay? Let's stop this nonsense. Alright? So here we are, talking about it 2 years ago, about this time's going to come where I start speaking to you guys, and we're going to be ending this BS and coming together. And here it is, 2022, coming to light. Now, I just want to say one thing. Higher and higher the lights turn to fire, and soon we all retire before everything turns dire. So, I've talked about it before, guys. The storm's coming, right? Why is a storm coming? Well, because there's a bunch of people on this planet who don't give a flying fuck about anything I'm talking about. They don't care about life. They don't care about living. They care about money and control. And if it doesn't include those things, they'll rather die, and they don't care. And those are the people that are, quote-unquote, in control of all the governments and all the countries and all these things, right? They're the ones who call the shots, the Vatican, all the people in control of the religion, okay? They don't care, okay? So they put off a very negative and dark energy at all times. It's why we cannot ever move on as a people, right? We have to live in this state of, like, just perpetual purgatory of suffering. And so the idea is these guys are going to cease to exist. Whoever wants to continue to be on that page are going to cease to exist, because they're not going to be able to be in that paradise. They will not be included there. They will just be in the ether again. They will die and be in the ether, okay? Again, with the hope that life will one day allow them the ability to come into that paradise. And that's a whole other story that we'll get into some other time. So what's going to happen is these guys right now, actively, as I speak, are cooking up some sort of, and concocting some sort of a plan, right? And a story. They don't just go by and like we do. We like wake up and hope for the best, and like we allow nature to take its course, right? These guys, not the case. They wake up and they say, what can I do to actively continue to manipulate the people and separate them and take control of them? And so they're always working on a plan to do that. Now, they also have very smart people working in their groups, and they know what time we're in right now. We're in the time of the ending of their shit. So what are they going to do? If you knew it was the ending of your time, of your shit, you would have a final outburst, right? A final fuck you and a final I'm going to kill as many people and take as many with me down as I can, right? So they're actively working on that plan. Now, what that plan is, I don't really care, because the more we try to think about that and accept that, the more we build it up for them. So we don't worry about that. But we have to be aware that they're not just going to, go down quietly, right? So this storms, everything's a reflection, guys. So we just go through, when we go through like Father's Day and things like this, you can see I have a beautiful day today. Why? Because finally all of our mindsets and our hearts were in a peaceful, honest place of love. So the reflection is beautiful. That's usually why Christmas days, no matter what they're doing, there's an energy of love, because all around the world, people's hearts and minds are in a place of love. Okay? And we can do this at all times. The more we just focus on this, guys, this is what I'm talking about, time. We have time. If we're spending our time doing things, what reflection is coming out? If we could just sit there and say, hey, let's give 24 hours to the conscious intention of just love, man, the reflection, you'd wake up the next day and it would be rainbows all over the place, right? So, if they're working on some crazy, dark plan, and they're going to do their best to enact that plan at some point, it's going to cause, once the fear, and it actually happens, just like, I'm not getting into it, but just like when 9/11 happened, it causes a fear to take over the world, and all of a sudden the reflection changes. It's not a peaceful day like it is today and quiet. All of a sudden it's panicky and stressful and chaotic. That's what causes the storms. So there will be a period of uprooting, literally, okay? The earth has had enough of this shit. The earth wants to survive just like we do. So it's going to say enough is enough of the nonsense, and it's going to release in whatever way she chooses to do that. And what I write here, and what I write a lot, and in my visions, I know this for a fact, guys, because what's going to happen is life, because we're on this ride that she wants us to survive, she's not going to let us die during this time, okay? The people who will lose their lives during this time are the people who consciously, whether they want to admit it or not, don't want to be here. Do not want life. They have given up and have chosen death. So that is their time they will leave, for a lot of them. And for the rest of us, what I write and what I feel is we will be, quote unquote, saved. In a sense, these ancestors I speak of will be coming in and we'll be able to perceive them with their craft to scoop us on up and prevent us from being a part of the total annihilation of the planet. Now, the planet itself is not going to die. This fucking Earth here has lived forever, and it will continue to live forever. But what it does is it releases, and it literally reshapes itself. And to the human being's perspective, that can be very destructive. But to the global perspective and to the Earth's perspective, it's nothing more than when we jump in the shower and scrape the mud from our faces. Okay? But if you're a tiny little atom on the face, while you're going like this in the water, in the mud, it's the world is ending, right? No, the world's not ending, guys. The world's changing. The world's growing and transforming just like we all are. We are part of the world. That's why we are in tune with her energy. It's why we're feeling the energy right now and the energy of the sun, and it's all tied together. Okay? So we're feeling this feeling of time's coming soon where that all what I just spoke of is going to pop off, which we call the ending or the end of the world. No, it's not. Don't get caught up in it, guys. Again, there will be a large group of the religious population saying, here it is. Yeah, here it is. Here's your time for death that you have been so patiently awaiting, and bye-bye, because that's what you've been waiting for. So, We want to choose life, guys, and not be afraid of our ancestors when they decide to show themselves to us. The point of me doing this and speaking to you guys is so that we already have a conscious mindset of understanding of who's coming to meet us, so that there is no unsureness or uneasiness. We say, hey, thank you guys for coming to help us make sure that we aren't hurt during this time, and then we can all come back when the earth is settled down a bit. So, cheers to that. Let's just say, guys, thank you for our time together. Thank you for all this information coming in right now that all of us get to share and take in and absorb together. This is all amazing and really, really huge and impactful, and it's caused a big shift. Every time we have conversations like this, like I said before, it causes an immense shift, an immense change, and a ripple effect that no matter if it was just one of you guys watching or if there was a million people taking this in, it has the effect of an outward ripple that goes and spreads out consciously. All I have to do, one person, all I have to do is think it, and everyone all over the world can dream about it tonight, because we all dream in the same mind. That's how it works, guys. That's how it works, guys. Everyone wants to say, how can one person make a change? It's right here. Heal yourself and consciously understand the truth, and then you are one mind that is healed in the grand scheme of the total mind. And so your little piece of the puzzle is healed, and now everyone gets a little tick of that, a little wave of that, a little ripple of that. And so now they're dreaming tonight and they go, oh shit, someone did it, right? Look at this guy. Look at this guy with the crazy ass hair. He's doing it. You can see it, right? It can be done, guys. I am doing it. Let's all do it. Let's heal our piece of the mind together, and of the heart together, and the two worlds coming together. Don't you understand? You get it now? Okay? Heaven and earth. Heaven and earth. Light and love. Light and love. Alright? We're bringing it together. Soon, guys. Very, very, very soon. Love you guys. Let's keep doing the right things. Keep our acts of kindness up. Keep doing your writings. Keep believing in yourself, and spreading the honest truth to the ones around you that you can. And if you don't know what the truth is, ask me, or come check out my page, or send someone to watch one of these videos, and then they'll say, shit, I get it, I can hear it myself, thank you. Now here's the thing, guys. How do we find out, how do we hear the truth ourselves? If you ever want to just stop hearing me talk and not have to listen to my mouth run its words anymore, close your eyes, open your heart up, and say, teach me too, I'm ready. And then you're going to get a great feeling, an overwhelming feeling of saying, haha, there you are. And you're going to start communicating with yourself, and then you don't need to listen to Brian anymore. But until then, keep tuning in, and I'll keep doing my best to lead us all in the right direction. This is amazing, guys. Just like when you were a kid and you played Follow the Leader, right? You had to follow the leader, okay? Well, we all wanted to be the leader, didn't we? But if we're all the leader, we all wanted to go in a different direction. But here's the thing about life. There's only one direction that we should be going and need to be going. And so if we have even 5 different people being a leader, that's 5 different paths that are eventually going to go somewhere else, that are going to lead the masses in different directions, and again, lead us into separated populations. But if you have one person, just like in the game, one person taking the lead, and we can all follow that path, just like in the snow. We don't want to tread off into the 8 feet of deep snow. We want to follow the singular trail of footprints where it's easy to walk through, and we can all get to that ending together, and none of us care who the fuck the leader was, or who the last one was, or who the one in the middle was. It's, hey guys, we just made it all through that. Maybe we want to say, hey, thanks to the guys up front who kind of treaded that initial path, but it's not about that. It's about that we all needed and had to get somewhere, and we took it upon ourselves for some of us to say, hey, I'm ready to start treading that path, and for others to be humble enough to say, hey, others have treaded that path before me. It's my time just to walk, and also know that there's so many people behind me that if I decide to veer off course because I want to be a dick, and be unhumble and not appreciative and not grateful and not do my work today, they're gonna get lost. And then whose responsibility is that? Guess what? All the people that were ahead of you now have to stop and go find the missing party. Just stick to the path that is being laid before you and follow. Okay, guys? Stop trying to dictate what you think you're gonna go do. It's hurting us all. It's not helping us all. All right, guys? And the way that you know you're on the right path, like I said, is just be quiet and listen to your heart and ask, hey, am I on the right path? And you'll get an answer. Please help me be on the right path. Please help me direct myself onto the right path. I want to be there. I want to help lead others the right way also, so please help lead me the right way, right? You say that out loud to life, and life takes over, and will help get you back on track so that you can help others as well. Okay, guys? I love you all very much, and I'm here with you guys. If you ever want to talk or need to talk or want to understand anything, please reach out. I'm here for you, and I'll do my best to get back to you in a timely manner. Like I said, we are all, I know, guys, and I want to say another thing I want to say is I'm proud of all of us for all the hard work we are doing. The fact that all of us are alive today means we have all worked our asses off immensely to be here. You couldn't be here today, present in this moment, if you had not worked your ass off to get yourself here today. So congratulations to you for making it here today. And yeah, I just want to let you guys know that I am very, very proud of all you guys, and I'm here with you. So just keep doing the work, guys. And like I said, what I was gonna say is, I know we're all busy right now. Life has us doing a million things. In a sense, what we're doing is tidying up our lives. We're having our little experiences so we can get them out of our system. All these things, little dreams that we think we wanted to have, or we did want to have, right? All these things we wanted to experience, it's getting it out of our system, because why? That storm's coming and there will not be time anymore. Okay, there will not be time anymore for the little things that all these little things, right? Because life will take over. So we're all going through those little things right now. So get them out of your system, continue to work getting out of your system, and take a breath. And just know, these are those final moments before the story really changes, and we move on to a big, new, different scene, guys. And then from there, hey, we create, and we decide as a team, as a family, what happens from there. All right, guys, love you. Let's have a great day and a great week. Also, doesn't it feel like it's the weekend? I mean, like, right, guys? We went from a shift from like going into where the days were kind of like slowing down and looping, and like now it just feels like it's the weekend every day, guys. It feels like it's a Friday or a Saturday, or it's like a Sunday. It's like it doesn't even matter. It's just boom, boom, boom. We're living in it right now. It's flowing. It's all going like this. This is why. And eventually we're going to be here, and that's that moment I talk about, guys. That standstill, frozen in time moment when everything changes, and that is coming soon to a world near you. Love you guys. Let's have a great day. Peace.